3, 2.
All right, guys, here we go. Grand Final 2012. Duel DaHanG versus Cypher. DaHang's be spawning right on rocket launcher, going in for mega health very, very early. No major fight there. We should be seeing Cypher with red armor and plasma gun actually dishing out quite a lot of damage there. DaHanG is going to be nailing Cypher into the wall with that LG, making sure that the spam is going to be strong. But that will give DaHanG a railgun, making him very strong coming up for this next red armor.
Yeah, the better start to DaHanG at the moment with that mega health. The red armor is probably going to be... There we go, first frag on the board. Dives around the corner, gets the LG frag. 1-0 to DaHanG. He's going to grab the red armor, and now it's going to be better in the position for this mega health. It's
going to be a little bit early for that mega health, but we're not going to see too much aggression out of Cypher here. Some token rocket splash, but nothing really preventing DaHanG from grabbing this very, very cleanly and moving back in strongly and setting up a trap at teleporter. Cypher coming back in, eating a bit of LG. DaHanG actually going back for 10 health, but we're going to be seeing a bit of spam out of DaHanG before moving back over towards red armor. Cypher's already on top of the catwalk. DaHang's going to need to do a bit of damage in order to dissuade Cypher, and great LG denied that item. DaHanG going straight up for the grab. I mean, he was railable in midair, but no real shot out of Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher looking vulnerable at the moment. He might be able to challenge a little bit for this mega, but probably just back up, maybe go for one shot and escape. No, DaHanG forcing him away. Intelligent play there.
Cypher pulling up yellow armor here. He's going to be making a play for the top of the map. I mean, if he can get this next red armor, that'll put him in a very good situation for the next mega. DaHang's going to be down below. He's got this awesome stack right now. He just needs to make the hits and really start laying in this pressure on Cypher. Otherwise, Cypher's going to have all sorts of tricks up his sleeve. DaHanG pulling off a bit of token damage there. Not really enough commitment from Cypher to really pull a frag out of that, but Cypher's really depending on the plasma right now. I mean, this is kind of a tricky place to be, a tricky place to get out of anyway, but Cypher picking up yellow armor, making his way back to mid-map, and we should be seeing a good play out of him.
Yeah, he's having to be very defensive at the moment, have to back off, try and stack up on those yellow armors. Then DaHanG goes aggressive on him, Rocket jumps up. Rocket to the face though by Cypher, just nullifying that advantage he had.
And DaHang's waiting for him down below. I mean, we still have 20 seconds before Mega, so DaHang's so far been doing an excellent job of making sure that Cypher's not going to be getting anywhere really near the items, and even that one jump that Cypher had available to him couldn't quite make it. DaHanG pushed him off of it, and it's been a lock ever since. But, oh, trading rails right now. This would be very, very good for Cypher. He's only got 57 health, so he better not be eating too many of these.
Yeah, Cypher's been on the back foot this whole game so far. DaHang's really dominating the whole map, forcing Cypher into positions he wants to.
That's good damage with the LG on the red armor. Nowhere near enough to really dissuade DaHanG from going full force against Cypher. He just needs to catch him now. A bit of spam on the stairwell, but DaHanG really wants to wait to hear Cypher commit to one way or another. That yellow armor is going to be a lot of bait, but DaHang's going to be taking it away, and there's like full half block for DaHanG.
At this rate, there's going to be another frag for DaHanG very soon. Cypher's only got 41 health, 25 armor. He's got no items. DaHang's controlling them all, but the best thing he's doing is forcing Cypher around the map, being very aggressive.
And Cypher didn't even really want to commit to a rail on the red armor, and with mega health coming up right after red, that's going to carry Cypher, well, rather DaHanG, very, very far as map stat goes. And look at this, he's taking away just about everything. He's timing the plasma yellow. He's got a clean grab of that. He is running Blood Run.
This is an incredible play by DaHanG at the moment. And rail Cypher there, he's only got 36 health. Looking very vulnerable.
Now, on the flip side of this, I really have to hand it to Cypher with DaHanG having that much stack that consistently over the past few minutes. Cypher only dying the one time, he's been able to ninja it up just fine.
This is the thing. While DaHang's got control, he does need to take advantage. He needs to get the frags because at some point, presumably, Cypher will get their chance to get back control himself. And then he's not going to be waiting around looking for those frags.
And the biggest thing here is that Cypher does not want to give up the weapons that he has. If he can generate enough stack to really throw out a rail or a bit of LG at red armor, red's actually up right now, and Cypher's timing on Mega seems to be a little bit off as DaHanG drops in. Here comes LG, Cypher caught with his pants down. DaHanG throwing out a bit of spam, but not really committing to the fight because, again, when you've got every yellow armor, you kind of want to run that, you know?
Cypher just somehow evaded. We really don't know how it's gone down more than once yet. This is actually really incredible play by both players at the moment.
That's going to change the timing on the red armor and Mega, though. Cypher having to back away out of this fight. DaHanG going in for the blood. For the yellow armor, but that's going to give him red armor no problem. Cypher coming back through teleporting. Needs to be careful. He doesn't want to go down there right now. DaHanG is going to be full force, spamming off on rocket launcher. Not entirely sure where DaHanG is where Cypher is right now, but he's going to be okay with that because, hey, he's got everything else.
Yeah, Cypher just up the rocket launcher by the yellow, trying to get an eye on a yellow himself. I don't think he's got a timing on anything at the moment. The upper yellow is the next item up, then the red, Mega as well. He might challenge.
Have to wait for it, though. The timing between Red and Mega is so very close this time around. I mean, Cypher, even with 25 armor, has the opportunity for damage here. That rocket not quite on target. It's not going to be a committed fight, and Cypher's just going to be treading water. So here we hit the halfway point on Blood Run, and it's 1-0.
It's actually incredible it's only 1-0. I mean, DaHanG has just dominated the whole map. Let's look at some of the stats, in fact. Cypher's only got 1 red to 10 red armors for DaHanG, and he's got every mega on the map so far, DaHanG. I mean, that's absolute dominance.
Absolutely. So DaHanG is actually pulling through. Teleporter looking to trap Cypher at the stairwell. And again, Cypher's been doing an excellent job of mitigating DaHanG's damage, making sure he's not really exposing himself too often. It's costing him a lot of armor, just about every armor on the map, but still, it's just 1 frag to make up. We need 1 king in DaHanG's armor to make Cypher viable in this match.
So this is the first opportunity, really, Cypher's had. He's done enough damage to really almost getting a fight on DaHanG. But DaHanG just moves away.
The Cypher catching DaHanG at the teleporter. It's going to be a lot of damage. I don't think Cypher was really expecting to find DaHanG caught there, but it's going to be a good amount of damage. DaHanG, for the first time, below 100 health at 9170.
Yeah, and DaHanG was just able to back up and go on the items he's just been controlling the whole map, so it didn't worry him too much after that fight. He almost got caught out. But
Cypher's going to be leaving Mega up, but
turning
he's
it
looking
around.
for the rail, yeah.
Red
Cypher,
armor.
back up top map. It's going to be very, very close timing between Red and Mega. It's going to be Red up first, so if Cypher wants to set up at Mega, he's going to have a fully loaded DaHanG coming down on top of him. But he needs to have some sort of damage happen at Red. I mean, he can pop through teleporter. DaHanG is likely going to be waiting for him, though. Yeah, Cypher is not willing to really risk going into that fight too early. Red's going to be up. DaHanG's actually a little bit early for it. Very little damage. With all that setup, I was expecting, blood to start flying everywhere. DaHanG is able to get away with both items, though. Cypher not committing.
Cypher's actually managed to get himself a bit of armor now. I mean, a couple more rail shots and DaHanG could actually be in trouble. And 1-0, such a precarious score. He just hasn't been able to extend it yet. 3 minutes remaining.
Cypher's map pick.
This is Cypher's map pick, though. And
It's been interesting seeing him be so reluctant to go full force against DaHanG, but again, it's 1 frag. Still just under 3 minutes left here, and Cypher just needs 1 point on the board to make this thing doable.
He's got 100 armor now, and 150 make that with the yellow. He can maybe get down in on the Mega in time. No, he can't. Maybe some exit damage on DaHanG. Just misses out on getting that rail shot away.
He knows where DaHanG's going, though, but if Cypher's anticipating Mega to be coming up right now, he's really going to be caught out of it. Yeah. So Cypher, good rails out of him there. But again, he's going to have to fade away, tossing a few defensive rockets down the pipe. But DaHanG, again, he's really keying into Cypher not wanting to make these fights happen, so DaHanG is going, all right, fine, if I can just have everything cool, but this should be damage either way. It's going to be 2 up for DaHanG. Cypher, though, has managed to knock DaHanG down to 50, well, 150 now with Mega Health, but that was a slight moment. And here at the Cypher, we should expect to see the floodgates open a little bit, the river of Cypher being released, and he's going to be going all aggressive on red armor with 2 health left. He's got to find an exit. It's not going to happen. 3 up nil for DaHanG.
Well, this is exactly what DaHanG wanted, and he's just going to keep control of the map throughout. I don't know how Cypher can bring this back now. DaHanG's just playing amazing, the perfect game almost.
And right now, Cypher, he has no real other position to have here except just to open up the aggression. It's going to cost him more frags, but we should see DaHanG at least get pulled down the one time. DaHanG barely surviving due to that grab of Mega Health. He was at 101 when he got the pickup, but DaHanG now railable. Well, those 25 sisters are going to help out.
Cypher going to risk it and jump across. He's only got 6 health.
What? Oh!
Down to -1.
I was not expecting that. 1 minute left. And he got DaHanG down, DaHanG railable up until that point, and Cypher had a clean grab of red armor available to him. The jump is kind of important, though.
Yeah, pretty important. Just to make it across, but
DaHanG actually, again, he hasn't really been able to pick up that 800-pound gorilla stack once again. Yellow armor should be doable for him, but Cypher's going to be getting a few party favors here on red armor on Mega, and now he's got nowhere to be except on top of DaHanG. He needs to make the damage happen. He needs to make it happen now, but 5 frags in 30 seconds on Blood Run. It's a tall order indeed.
What great rockets by DaHanG. So good rockets. I mean, 34 health Cypher's left with. He's had to back off. DaHanG's still got a better stack than him, despite going into that fight. Massively disadvantaged.
But, this is essentially GG here on Blood Run. Cypher really surprising me with his defensive play on Blood Run, especially considering it was his pick.
Yeah. I'm really surprised by that as well. I think it's just DaHanG just being so dominant on the items, so aggressive in the fights. There's DaHanG finally getting a frag.
There's the one. We're back up to 0 at least. It's a good consolidation level there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of confidence, maybe going into the next map.
Well, it's going to be toxicity. And, you know, both of these players were kind of willing to have a little bit of distance between them, have a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. There is no breathing room in toxicity.
There's none at all.
3, 2.
All right, but they are readying right on up, wasting no time getting into it. Cypher on top of Railgun. Red armor is going to be a good pick for him to hang on both yellows and the Mega.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to get that grab fairly cleanly. He's only got rockets at this point, but hey, on toxicity, rockets are just fine to get the job done. Cypher, though, if he can really leverage this rail and make sure that DaHanG doesn't get an easy grab of that, and he's going to be back up, and there's the grab. A good rocket out of DaHanG is going to be knocking down Cypher's stack significantly. 5 seconds to red armor, and can Cypher really afford to make this fight happen?
He's going to have to...
DaHanG says no.
Wow, yes. Firing down the rockets, DaHanG takes that red away pretty cleanly as well, and he's going to back off for the yellow. Maybe even getting on the other yellow here as well.
Oh, beautiful rocket. Cypher should be able to pull away this Mega. No, it's not going to happen. DaHanG sneaking it right up the chute. Is be pulling together a first frag and the grab for Mega. Yeah, Cypher couldn't even grab that away before going down.
Cypher in a vulnerable position again, fresh off the spawn, doesn't have too much health or armor to survive, and it's 2-0, and the red armor in DaHanG's hands. This is just a repeat of the first match.
Kind of raising my eyebrow a little bit here, but DaHanG looking just as strong now as he did at the beginning of Blood Run. Cypher's going to be caught up at yellow armor. He's going to be able to escape back through teleporter, not making himself an easy target for DaHanG. In fact, sticking around to ambush DaHanG on rockets. A decent pop there, but manages to get behind Cypher. Don't get to see that every day, really.
Cypher's awareness, I mean, that's renowned for being so accurate. And yeah, I have no idea where DaHanG was there. Almost got on top of the Mega.
Now that was a decent frag, and DaHanG still going to be able to pick up Mega here, but that was significant damage out of Cypher. If Cypher can maintain this aggression, keep plowing the rockets right into DaHanG's face, he can eventually start putting DaHanG on tilt.
DaHanG just dodging those rockets there, that could be pretty important as he's going to get around to that yellow as well. And red armor will be up in a second. Cypher going to drop down to that. DaHanG going to look to do some damage on him maybe. Oh, he actually gets a frag on Cypher as well. He didn't drop down for that red. It's 5-0.
And he catches him out of the teleport. It's going to be decent rocket damage there, but DaHanG has priorities, and armor takes all. I mean, when you're 5 up, he can leave the fights in favor of maintaining this control. So 2 seconds. Oh! Gotta look both ways before you cross that particular screen. DaHanG's going to be looking for red armor just a second. Cypher, again, maintaining some aggression here, but take a look at him right now, and his hits just aren't quite on it. You know,
it's
maybe
that one rocket, but
I don't know. Maybe it's CL time nudge.
7-0. DaHanG hitting a great rail there as well. Cypher will be weak running around the map. He doesn't have any items to pick up.
Cypher playing a little bit quiet right now, looking for a bit of a rocket ambush. Manages to lay one right in on DaHanG, putting DaHanG down to, well, less than 100, but DaHanG's rocket's right on target, and there's the grab for Mega. And that's the unfortunate thing about the way that Cypher's been timing his fights. He's been aggressing DaHanG right before these items. I'm sure DaHanG gets down to like 60 health, but he's able to get right back up very, very quickly. Cypher needs to be changing his gears a little bit here in order to kind of syncopate those fights.
When you can see the reason why he's constantly attacking, just trying to bring DaHanG down to a lower amount of health, and eventually he'll get the frag. He'll give away a few frags on that, but on this map you can get frags so quickly. I mean, 8-0 is not as much as, say, 3-0 on the previous map.
Absolutely. So DaHanG looking for a bit more aggression before Mega comes up. Cypher can be there, but he can't really be doing anything. Fortunately, he can fade back to yellow armor. No real rail out of DaHanG there.
Yeah, just missed the shot. Just hit the wall as Cypher dived down.
Actually, that was going to be a really great time to move back over towards red armor if red armor was a little bit closer on the time. Right now, DaHanG has full liberty on the entire map. And, DaHanG looking right for him. That was potentially very dangerous for him, going right up in that corner. Cypher could shut him down. If he can get some solid rockets in, DaHanG might be in big trouble here.
It's one nice rocket, but DaHanG grabs the red and hits the plasma kill.
Yeah.
9-0. And the yellow armor in DaHanG's hands as well. He's going to move in on the Mega. It looks like he's going to leave it up for Cypher.
DaHanG's looking at full control of... Well, actually, no. Wow, okay. Cypher is able to move back through the map. And again, yellows are going to be his real bread and butter right now because DaHanG is leaving with too many other options. Cypher making some aggression on this red, however. Good LG on DaHanG. DaHanG's is going to be better LG, but look at this. He's got him down to 75 health after the 50 pickup. There's no real yellow armor available on the map. And so if Cypher can maintain this...
Oh! Direct rocket
there we go.
The map.
Cypher picking one up, but now he's got a little over half the map to not only get a frag, but roll this into real control. There's a yellow armor pickup and a second frag on the board. DaHanG has a first spawn.
Third hit,
Nothing
no!
but plasma. Oh, careful shooting that floor there. But Mega's going to be back up, and Cypher he's having to decide between blood and health.
Takes the Mega there, Cypher, so he should have a slight advantage on the health. He does manage to get the frag on DaHanG. He's only got 46 health on the board though, so he's got to back off, stack up. The yellow is up, the second yellow across the other side of the map. If he can make his way there, he can get a big advantage on armor over DaHanG. Looks like he doesn't know that it's going to be up anytime soon. In fact, the position DaHanG's taken up is very
it's going to be mutual frag.
Oh, that's not what
And that's
Cypher
very
needed.
dangerous. We just had the game pulled out, blowed in, and put back in the NES. I mean, everything is now reset as far as the stack is concerned. Cypher's going to be waiting for Mega. He's already got one yellow armor up. DaHanG up with red armor.
Yeah, and he's going to get this upper yellow as well. Although he decides to back off, leave
a bit of a fight for it, actually.
Yeah, Cypher moving in pretty effectively there. He's going to go and take that. Oh, wow!
You see it coming! Burn some facial hair off there, but it's going to be DaHanG looking to, kind of corner Cypher and make sure that he can't have an easy time on red, but Cypher, very aggressive play. He really risked putting himself on the line for that LG out of DaHanG. DaHanG left the fight up, left the red armor up, and now Cypher actually has a lot to work with in this latter half.
Oh, direct rocket straight to the chest of Cypher. LG on LG battle. Come out in either's favor particularly, but DaHanG's backed off and he's defended that Mega.
Missing that one rail is going to be crucial for him. Cypher can pull him on down with 20 health left over. Red armor's going to be back up in just a second, but this is, again, I mean, you can see Cypher checking all the corners, wanting to make sure that the weight is clear before he goes in for a red armor, and even with red armor, 20 health is not going to be very comfortable for him, so he's going to be scrounging around, looking for as much as possible. The 50 is not up by the teleporter. There it comes. Good break for him there.
Yeah, DaHanG needs to keep up this aggression. This is the thing that's putting Cypher off his game. He's not used to people being right in his face, really aggressive. If he goes too defensive, it'll probably suit Cypher, if anything.
Absolutely, on a map like Toxicity, it's very difficult to kind of fade away like that after all. And the play that worked on Blood Run will not necessarily be the play that works here, especially with Cypher picking up almost every item now. Yellows is still very much going to be DaHanG's game. He just got to pick up a Mega a little bit ago. He's got a solid rail as Cypher makes his exit at a teleporter, and it's not going to take too many of those to become a real problem for Cypher.
Yeah, he's only at 4 out of 15 shots though on rail, DaHanG, so maybe he wants to up his game with the rail a little bit, and that'll bring back control of the map.
Cypher keeping his back to red armor, wanting to make sure that DaHanG can't go all that aggressive, but DaHanG actually plows on in. Cypher saying, fine, you know what, I didn't want it anyway, but he comes through the teleporter a little too late to do any real damage, and now he's a bit early on Mega. He's able to pick up Mega and yellow armor here, hopefully, but there's DaHanG spamming on it. If Cypher can keep spamming on the TP exit, he knows that DaHanG can't really get there, so he can force the fight into DaHanG's court. There we go, a nice rocket pop. Oh, yeah, I was worried about that acid for a second.
I'm following Cypher still. He picks up that yellow armor, moving right through the middle of the lower map. The other yellow will be up in a second, but everything else is 20 odd seconds away, so it's just going to be a period of fighting that's going to happen between the two. It's gone a bit cagey now.
Yeah, we really don't get to see that much plus back action here on Toxicity, but DaHanG is writing the rulebook for it right now. Cypher, top map, looking for any word out of DaHanG. He catches him in the backside with LG just a little bit. Not really enough to force the fight, enough to grab away red armor, but DaHanG is using that time. Cypher's going to be at RA in order to fade away, go back to the top mid map, and throw down some rockets. But yellow armor is going to be the easy bait, and Cypher nails a pixel rail on him just as he makes that exit, keeping DaHanG a little bit light on the stack.
That's a great rail shot, but DaHanG's angles are so impressive.
Yeah.
It's so hard to hit, so hard to catch out, but Cypher gets
drops
him
in from
behind.
DaHanG's looking for defensive rockets, looking to RJ out of there as quickly as possible. 1 second left to red armor, and DaHanG, oh, this is going to be a bit of an issue for Cypher, really. He's waiting on that Mega health, and being way too early means that DaHanG gets a free red. All that advantage that Cypher got by dropping it on DaHanG unexpected now fades away.
Yeah, it's just pretty much equal between the two now, and DaHanG's just going to play his... Whoa, great rocket there, popping Cypher up defensively. He's just trying to cover Cypher off at every angle. This is a defensive game effectively by DaHanG, but he's still being aggressive with it.
I've honestly not seen many plays of defensive plays. Oh, here we go. We have rockets and LG.
Oh.
Solid from Cypher.
Here we go.
And there's the frag to open the door. But we're going to have to see if Cypher can carry the 77 health that he has against DaHanG. But now DaHanG is early on the Mega. That's going to be majorly punishable by Cypher. And now Cypher can actually run his advantage a little bit. Oh man, that plasma coming out of DaHanG though. Immediately Cypher knocked down on the health, but there we go. 8 on 11. We have 3 frags and 45 seconds. This is entirely doable by Cypher, especially with DaHanG going in for this red armor. Cypher's rocket seems to be on target. He catches him in the acid, stuck on the crate. And Cypher's made this entirely doable, but 24 health. 24 health. That's not a lot to work with here.
Left.
And he's waiting for yellow. Oh.
He needs to wait for these items. That's the problem with it. DaHanG doesn't have too much either, though. He's going to get the mega health. Oh, gets LG'd in the back. But does just evade.
Yeah. Now he needs to have a solid plan. He needs to know exactly where DaHanG's going to be and catch him there. Coming out, don't get caught on the teleporter. Every second is crucial here. DaHanG's nowhere near red armor. DaHanG's waiting by crates. He's waiting by teleporter. He's going to be playing it on out by mega health. He's going to be caught up here early though. Oh. Cypher misses the rocket. DaHanG with 91 health. We'll be making this match 11 to 9.
Wow.
My God.
2-0 to DaHanG. This is pretty incredible stuff here.
I don't know what to think right now. Alright, but here we go directly into Arrow Walk. Had God talking in my ear there for just a moment, but here we go. Wasting no time. It's going to be DaHanG choosing red armor in the mid spawn. Has to go back for that LG though. It's not going to waste too much time though. So we should see Cypher with initial rocket launcher, railgun, and mega health. But look at all that mega get burned off. Down to 31 health immediately as he is top of the map.
Again, another small, really aggressive map. If anything, we should see even more frags on this map. DaHanG using his advantage pretty well at the start there. Cypher looking pretty low on health and not really with many options. That's a good rocket. And he catches DaHanG out, jumping for the red armor.
Here we go. What a beautiful way for Cypher to get the first frag on the map, but also a very clean red armor. That's going to be a very important armor with mega health coming up here. I mean, this is Arrow Walk. This is always going to be a very key map in any of these matchups.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, wow, great rail. Takes out DaHanG, and he knows he's going to spawn on the other side of the map, so he can just control him and keep him away from his precious red armor. Nice rail shot, just going to wait for the red first before he moves out. 20 seconds before mega as well, so...
And we're starting to see the rails come out of Cypher so far. It looks like he's breathing a lot deeper here on Arrow Walk, planning things out a little bit longer. DaHanG's going to be available down below. Cypher wants to find him at green armor. Here comes the rocket splash either way. Cypher can't really force a committed fight out of him, but that's okay because now he can fade on back, grab away mega, and have plenty of time to aggress on red. But DaHanG on top of the stairs is not going to be making that easy for him as the RJ's back up. Is this punisher by Cypher?
Wow.
Oh, certainly leaving DaHanG with only 11 health and easy aggression out of Cypher. Nails down that third frag. DaHanG getting caught by LG right off the spawn. He's going to be treading water here for the next few seconds.
This is important time for Cypher. Just like we said on the previous map, when you're in control, you need to get those frags because at some point you probably will lose control. And if your opponent can pick up more frags than you did, they're the ones that's going to win the map.
And what an upset for DaHanG to lose out on the red armor room that early. Red's going to be back up. Cypher can head back up the stairs. And it's actually a fairly clean grab, but DaHanG trades that with mega health. So this is going to allow the match to slow down just for a moment here.
Yeah, it's pretty much equalized across the board now. So the next fight could be over this yellow armor if Cypher's just moving around that area now.
We're going to have to see if DaHanG wants to commit to it. He's going to drop down and have a rail available, looking for Cypher to go in for that grab. But either way, DaHanG's going to be okay with Cypher not showing up because it means DaHanG can grab away that red armor. DaHanG's already on top of the platform by the time Cypher shows up to spam nades. So DaHanG pulling away with that. No real aggression out of Cypher. 5 seconds left to mega, and this is actually becoming really dangerous for Cypher if DaHanG can get away with this mega without any real damage on him.
He really needs to do some damage to DaHanG. He doesn't. DaHanG escapes with that, so he's got a massive advantage now, especially as he took the yellow armor on top of that. And it's a really difficult match to play defensively on.
But DaHanG is going to be using that stack to force himself up the stairs, bully his way into red armor, misses the jump, eating a rocket, and Cypher is going to be very tempted to take advantage of that. It's dangerous though.
That rail seems to come out of nowhere as it took Cypher out, and he should get a conversion frag, although Cypher's pretty effective dodging through the teleporters. Excellent grenade, was that?
You know what, that shotgun is going to end up being very, very helpful for Cypher. He's still one frag up. DaHanG's looking at a great stack, but knocking off a bit bulk of that armor is going to make this red armor more playable for Cypher. But yeah, DaHanG just throwing his weight around at this point. That's very dangerous here on Arrow Walk though, because every frag that you make when burning off that much damage, it really jeopardizes your ability to run the map for the next minute or so.
Wow, 3-3, DaHanG being really aggressive in control again. We see him moving out, taking that yellow armor on top of the red, and then making health could be the next major item. The times, whoa, wow, another frag, it takes the lead. Now the thing is, the times of the two items here are scoring at the same time, so they might need to make a choice. Although Cypher looks like he went towards the red, he's going to go down, and DaHanG can move out, take the leg, and then move back safely to the red.
The LG on Cypher from DaHanG, not quite as solid this time around, allowing DaHanG to get a lot of his armor burned off, but he's back up top map. Red armor is going to be a clean grab. He's 100-100 right now. Here comes Cypher, barreling in with rockets, but taking a ton of shaft. Cypher popping back to teleporter, which is exactly what DaHanG wanted. Eating a 6 frag, so DaHanG pulling back a lead here, 6-on-3. Gonna be hitting the halfway point before too long, and at this point, Cypher's got to make something happen. Yes,
DaHanG's just reading him so well at the moment. I don't know, it seems like Cypher played a defensive game on this map before, but when you're losing, you can't really do that. He just needs to be aggressive, needs to keep pushing on. He does manage to grab that Mega right in front of DaHanG.
Oh, all of that Mega getting burned off. That's exactly the sort of LG we're looking for out of DaHanG. That's going to be a solid 7th frag, but here we go, 15 health. He's got no real item to really fall back to. He cannot collapse to somewhere really safe. So Cypher may have a huge leg up here. I mean, we're only halfway through. It's only 4 frags between. This could be a major shift in the pendulum on this map.
Yeah, it looks like Cypher's going to take control and grab that red. The yellow's the next item up. He might just start to push on that and really pressure DaHanG, but Mega's going to be the major item between the two to challenge and get that advantage.
Watch out for those walls, DaHanG. Dangerous.
There you go, Cypher picks up that Mega as well, so
DaHanG anticipating a move back through teleporter here. This is going to actually be a move across from red armor room. Cypher throwing out some damage, not quite landing that last rocket or rail. So Cypher is going to be able to grab this red armor, but we should see DaHanG show up for a bit of the fight. At least spamming off some nades on the exit. Here comes yellow armor. DaHanG is certainly going to be in sore need of it right now. But that leaves us with a lot of time to kind of tread water before the next Mega comes up. DaHanG's got to find some way to do some spam rockets and some effective rails without Cypher really trading the damage.
He's only got one rocket shot. In fact, he'll need this crate of rockets to hang.
Cypher. DaHanG top of the map taking a bit of spam, not really anticipating that they're completely railable as he wants to cross mid-map. Down below, it's going to be very dangerous for him, and Cypher just says, You know what? It is time to take DaHanG down. Cypher leaving that fight with all the health, all the armor. This is going to be a good, aggressive run for Cypher.
He's got everything. Now is the time to push out and pick up those frags. We've 6 minutes in, 4 minutes left.
DaHanG's able to get to the top of the stairs, though, and that's a good way to burn up a lot of Cypher's stack, even if it means losing a frag.
Yeah, the split between the two major items, the red and the Mega, might cause a few problems for Cypher. Just walks up the stairs, though, evades all those grenades,
and
goes
Cypher
aggressive.
chases it, interestingly enough.
Yeah. Ignoring the red. He doesn't really need it, I suppose, but takes it perfectly. Then
rockets on point. I mean, DaHanG was really slippery at that stage, but no real damage out of it means that Cypher is able to throw out that frag and just get away with it.
Wow, taking the yellow and the greens as well, and DaHanG going to go down. It's only a 1 frag game between the two now. Next time is that Mega. Cypher just not getting position for that. Looking for the frag, the bounce pad rail. Second impressive of the map as well, and rewarded with that make health. Looks like, DaHanG going to steal that red away from an air rocket.
With the rocket, DaHanG is down. Cypher up on the health. It's still plenty of time before armor comes up, but DaHanG is trading the rockets with him right now. This match is opening up. This is going Quake World style. DaHanG, no health. Here comes Cypher, just barreling out with shotgun, looking to just push this advantage, make sure that DaHanG can't really get a huge stack before being taken off down.
Great rocket.
Every rocket is connecting right before red armor comes up, which makes this very dangerous for DaHanG. He needs to make these rails happen right now. He just goes full forward, wanted to make sure that rails happen on Cypher. Whiffing 1 or 2 of those, though, is really going to be crucial for DaHanG.
Pushes up the staircase, takes a lot of damage.
Cypher's armor's gone, though, still 8 seconds before red, and so if DaHanG can grab weapon and go, this could be a dangerous play for him, and DaHanG can actually enter red armor from the top. So we should see some on-target rockets, and in fact, nothing connects, nothing hits.
Yeah, the grenade spams, none of them hit. No rail gunshot coming in. And now there's not an item up for a little while, so Cypher's looking pretty comfortable.
It's very ballsy of DaHanG to move through that teleporter anyway, looking for the rail, but now he's only at 83 health. He's just a rail and a sneeze away from a 12th frag for Cypher.
Great rocket damage there with the amount of health and armor he had. He's got to be so cautious here on the red pickup. He doesn't survive it out. Cypher coming out with the frag. He's now 4 frags ahead, and it's 8 minutes. Getting dangerous time for DaHanG.
All right, here we go. Cypher pulling together DaHanG as he goes for yellow armor. Things getting a little bit more loose for DaHanG here, but again, the time is absolutely doable. Cypher is really wanting to put the brakes on this match and kind of enjoy the lead that he has. DaHanG has to make sure that does not happen. 3 seconds to red, and pokes himself around the corner right at the wrong time. DaHanG pulled down once again. He's able to grab Mega off the spawn. Now he just needs to find Cypher.
Yeah, just over a minute left. DaHanG is going to have to go aggressive, but 7 frags now. It's going to be very difficult. Still possible on this map, but Cypher's not going to let it happen. With is that third impressive.
Bit of a delayed spawn out of DaHanG, taking a bit of a breather. Cypher catching him right between the legs with shotgun, making it 16 on 7. This match has opened up as soon as Cypher started landing the rockets the way we were really expecting to see him land rockets earlier in this matchup. Things have really changed their tone.
He's definitely changed out from the first two maps. He's much more focused on items. He's got 10 to 6 on the Mega Health Cypher. He's picking up more greens, he's picking up more reds, and pretty much equal on the yellow.
He's a little bit light on the health right now. He needs to knock DaHanG off, but he jumps right on top of DaHanG. I guess he wanted to go Mario style and Goomba him, but Quake don't work like that.
Unfortunately.
Cypher missing this next rocket. It's going to be DaHanG picking it up. He's got 20 seconds to survive 7 frags. Yeah, that's not, no.
Don't think it's going to happen. DaHanG just sitting around this Mega Health position.
Oh, cheeky with the rail there, but Cypher not quite landing the hit. He ends up doing a ton of damage on DaHanG, but it's,
Whoa! What a way to end. That is a way to end the map. And Cypher's turning it around now, 2-1 on the map. This is an incredible
really
final.
looking the way things ought to look here. We're going to be going on over to Furious Heights. It's going to be DaHanG's next pickup here.
He is traditionally very strong.
If Cypher votes for it. Let's see how it goes.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we're going to be watching DaHanG out of the gate. He's respawning right in Mega Room. He's going to be light on weapons initially, but he's going to have a fantastic stack. First weapon is going to be Rocket Launcher. Doesn't go in for LG as he's looking to perhaps catch Cypher either at the rail or right on top of the Rocket Launcher in the right armor room. But wanted to shoot down through the crate, ends up getting himself in the nuts instead. It's going to be 20 seconds in, and DaHanG done more damage to himself so far.
Yeah, he did damage to Cypher as well, but the fact he blew himself up really didn't give him the advantage, and now the red is in the hands of Cypher again, second time on the map, and of course, because the Mega Health spawns 10 seconds after the red armor, he's going to get a big advantage going in and taking this second spawn.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late red armor, which really changes things up, man. You can see that Cypher really wanting to make sure that things go according to his plan, and so far so good for him. It's going to be a clean pickup, and DaHanG looking for word of when this red armor is going to be coming up, but he doesn't really have timing on it. And DaHanG's going to be railable at this point. Down on the health due to LG. Cypher's looking for it. I mean, DaHanG's going to be stuck back here. Red armor's going to be up, and Cypher could take away a frag and take away red and be set to dominate this map.
This is what Cypher needed to do on the first two maps, which is be really aggressive with the items. Get them a real focus on the items first and foremost. Mega's going to be the next thing up, and he is in position for it.
And DaHanG's also going to be in the room. He might be going for the jump. Does not get pushed off due to the LG. Manages to get away with well over half of that Mega.
That's incredible. And look at the lightning gun. And now the rockets. Look how aggressive DaHanG goes. Frag.
Everybody dies on red armor, but it's going to be Cypher getting the closer red armor. And the rocket launchers to boot to DaHanG, trying to use plasma as much as possible here, but he's got to be really careful around these pillars. Cypher down on 84 health, but he's going to be 2 frags up. A bit of time before either item comes up, but Cypher has plenty of time to move back over to the Mega side of the map.
DaHanG will be feeling pretty hard done by that spawn. Mega is on the other side of the map, but it doesn't look like Cypher's even going to challenge that, so DaHanG probably got the advantage at this point.
It's going to be a trade, and a trade that DaHanG is going to be probably very thankful for at this point. But he's going to be waiting for yellow armor, of all things, especially right behind this pillar. It's very easy to get trapped if you get stuck back there.
He has managed to get the railgun cleanly. That's an important item on this map, of course, with the ranged battles, especially with a vertical shot should be going for.
We're going very much into hiding the seek mode here.
Here we go. Cypher challenging for the red. The rocket's coming down. And DaHanG in position. Did take that red armor. Now moving away. He should be in excellent position for this Mega Health.
Well, Cypher can certainly catch DaHanG if he wants to move to the other side of the map. DaHanG's actually going to be moving back over towards the 50 just in time to make sure that he's going to have control over the red when it spawns. But he wants to make a fight happen first, get some blood on the floor. DaHanG doubling on back to make sure that the move from Cypher out of the doorway is not going to be a clean wipe. But Cypher, he's content just to spam a few rockets down through the doorway, not really commit to that fight. But the question is, what does that leave Cypher with? He's got a decent amount of armor, but from here, he's not really going to have anywhere useful to go. Unless he's got an ambush ready for DaHanG, and it doesn't look that way.
Don't really know what his game plan is at the moment. He's gone really defensive suddenly from a control position. Looks like, he's just trying to get an ambush shot in and then maybe get a time on an item. Maybe he doesn't know the time of the red hit.
Oh, what?
Just peeks in, gets that rail shot away.
And he's certainly happy with just that one rail. I mean, there's still plenty of time before RA comes up. Still plenty of time before Mega comes up. It's actually going to be very close timing. And actually, Cypher, well aware that in this map, you are going to reach a point of the map where no matter who's in control, Mega and Red are going to be coming up at the same time. And if you play it out intelligently, you can get one of those for free.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be split at the same time here. DaHanG looks like he's going to force Cypher away. In fact, Cypher's in a terrible position to get either of them at the moment. It really depends what DaHanG's going to hit. He's actually turned it around pretty effectively, though, as DaHanG
going to be a clean trade, though. Cypher with red armor and away to boot. DaHanG on Mega, but look at him. DaHanG is fully stacked up to the teeth. And look at it catch Cypher as he exits through grenade launcher, but Cypher not going through that teleporter yet. He's going to be pulling up a bit more of a fight than DaHanG was expecting.
Yeah, DaHanG looking very strong, and Cypher just gone into a bit of a defensive mode. It looks like he might be playing again for the split of the two arms, although the difference between the two is pretty significant, so he's just given up the red effectively.
And actually, DaHanG playing that split very intelligently, making sure he's the one getting Mega. That means that, yeah, he can get early over to Red and have plenty of time to get back over to Mega next time. But look at this LG out of DaHanG. Is still very, very strong, doing plenty of damage on Cypher, making sure he really doesn't have a good reason to stick around and try to do more damage on DaHanG. Good defensive rockets.
Yeah, good defense. Very good defense. He really needed to do that because DaHanG was almost on top of him and Cypher wasn't looking too strong. He has got the yellows now, though, so not looking too shabby.
This has been a very marked shift for Cypher back towards a much more defensive style of play. But, you know, 5 minutes in with 2 frags up, this really isn't the time to turtle up. So Cypher is still playing it very intelligently. He's not really giving too much away position-wise to DaHanG, but DaHanG is still running around with this awesome stack. That means that Cypher needs to not only do initial damage, he needs to do a lot of it.
He needs to hit his shot. He's not hitting a very high
Suffice
percentage.
to say, he needs to push button, receive damage.
Yeah, 20% rail at the moment. He's only hit 1 rail shot. DaHanG's hit only 3. He's not hitting too great either, but DaHanG is actually not in the lead at the moment, so he's the one that does need to hunt Cypher and get those frags.
Granted, the ball is definitely in DaHanG's court to find Cypher and force a fight. Catching him down by LG is certainly going to be a bit of a help, but Cypher's looking for a rail at red armor. Perfect. I mean, that's exactly all you need in order to, you know, maintain a bit of a grip on the map. Make sure your opponent doesn't get away without a rail or a rocket or two to remember you by.
You can play a real rail-heavy game on this map. It looks like Cypher might be trying to choose that option. But usually Cypher pretty much hits every shot, and it's not quite that way on this occasion. He has backed off and taken the yellows. The red armor is the next major item up. Oh, the grenade does just miss it.
DaHanG leaves it up, though. I mean, he's still very strong to stack. This could be a reason for Cypher to come out of his shell a little bit. He's got plenty of stack here, and both players looking very well armed to the teeth. But now Cypher wants to catch DaHanG, and vice versa. I mean, it's ambush on ambush. We're back in hide-and-go-seek mode.
This is tense moments. The next frag could be really significant. If DaHanG gets it, he's in a very good position. Look at this push for the Mega.
LG. Cypher is not going to want to give that up. Manages to get the rail. DaHanG at exactly 100 health. Now railable. Cypher wanted to chase through that quarter, but chasing through there is never really, you know, my favorite thing to do.
Not advisable at all. A tight corridor with a rocket in your face.
I really can't find it in me to blame Cypher, though. I mean, getting that much shaft on DaHanG, not getting that far, getting that rail as DaHanG hits the ground. But look at DaHanG's rails here. 1, 2, dropping Cypher down to 44. He's going to have to go into hiding at this point in order to get back up at least to 100, 100.
But this is where DaHanG needs to push forwards and take the advantage that he's just gained and get those frags back. I mean, we're running out of time here. 7 minutes in, only 3 minutes remaining, and it's been hard enough to pick up frags as it is the first 7 minutes. So really needs to get aggressive here.
Absolutely. So DaHanG having to face off against the Cypher in Ghost mode. DaHanG is going to be able to make this fight happen for YA, but look at that rocket right square between the eyes of DaHanG. He's going to be taking a bit of damage, but Cypher still not looking all that hot. 70 health, completely railable at this point.
Not looking good.
And he's only got 1 rail to his own name himself. I mean, if Cypher wants to be able to do some spam damage from afar and give DaHanG a reason to leave him alone, give him a little bit of time to stack up, he's going to need more than a rail.
He mustn't have noticed that because he was right by the railgun spawn. He could have easily gone and got it. He hasn't got a yellow for a while either. I mean, the next item up is that red. He's going to challenge for it.
Oh, it's going to be a catch out here at red armor. DaHanG's going to be able to get that grab, but DaHanG is not committing to the fight.
Whoa, such low health now for Cypher. DaHanG could go really aggressive on him. It looks like he's going to choose to. No, backs off. Kind of predicted Cypher ran the other way and...
Oh, but he catches Cypher. Cypher can't even make it through the teleporter. It's going to be DaHanG bringing this within 1 frag, but that changes everything. As a first spawn, Cypher's going to have no weapons, very little in the way of stack, and even with grabbing away that red armor, DaHanG has every reason to just go full forward.
did just miss that rail shot. He won't be happy with that, DaHanG. But Cypher getting away with that, right? It just gives him that little bit of hope. But as you say, DaHanG still is in the driving seat here.
Doesn't look like he wants to be at the moment. Cypher able to get back up to 100-100. No rail for him yet. That room is going to be very, very dangerous for him right now. DaHanG stacks back up, needs to find Cypher, needs to catch him. But you know, if DaHanG can force these fights into the latter minute of the match, that's going to allow him a lot more comfortable room in order to keep that lead, should he get it.
Yeah, the timing actually of the frag can be vitally important. If it's right now, it still gives Cypher a little bit of time to draw out the game or come back if he does go down. But only 1 minute left now, and DaHanG desperately needs this one.
He's kind of playing this out the way Roof was playing their CTF matches. They kind of look at their clock and go, okay, it's time to push. But we've got the 45 seconds, and DaHanG again stacked to the teeth, armed to the teeth. Cypher still slippery as always. But he's got a decent fighting stack. If Cypher can do damage, he can really shut down DaHanG. It's going to take, one solid bout of LG, a couple of solid rockets. I mean, still Cypher's biggest weakness here is his lack of rail.
Cypher made the right choice then. He knew Red was up and decided not to go for it because he thought DaHanG would cut him off, and that's exactly what DaHanG would have done. So Cypher's evasion is pretty effective. DaHanG coming through the teleport. He's going to get a frag, and it's a tight game. And there's only 15 seconds left.
And at this point, Cypher, as a fresh spawn, he knows he didn't do that much damage against DaHanG. It is in Cypher's best interest to trail this out for overtime.
Definitely.
Here we go. 3 seconds to overtime, and Cypher is going to get his birthday wish. That's going to be 2 minutes added to the clock, and we're going to have to see what Cypher can do with that. DaHanG is still very, very strong. Needs to find Cypher. Finds him with the rail between the legs. That's certainly going to help.
Another great rail. Cypher's
didn't even move. Just rail, swivel, rail. There we go. Done.
And Cypher again, just turned around straight away onto the back. They're going to have to just play for these yellow. DaHanG moving in aggressively with that lightning gun. Good defensive rockets.
He's out of them though. Out of rockets, out of options, but he not only survived that, he gave DaHanG a reason to leave, go back for red armor. Honestly, a really good decision out of DaHanG to maintain the control that he had. He didn't need to give up what was giving him such an advantage for the previous 5 minutes.
Yeah, DaHanG looks like he could be in a good position to take this next mega health. Cypher can't really challenge for it. Hasn't got the armor. Has only just picked up the railgun as well. So
it's a nice corner.
Red armor, it could be Cypher's if he's close enough. It looks like DaHanG might. Well,
quite interesting for Cypher to get that so easily there.
Yeah, I was surprised. DaHanG didn't go racing through. He was trying to catch out Cypher. I guess he thought he might not have gone for it, or I'm not really sure.
Both of these players going very silent for the overtime. Cypher, though, is stacked back up to 150. The damage that he dealt out with those defensive rockets definitely giving DaHanG cause to pause. And it's going to be a play for this red armor. It's 2 seconds to it. DaHang's going to be able to get away with that, but not without taking a major chunk off his life. And speaking of life, we have Mega coming up. Cypher wanting to block out that doorway, but dropping down. If he's going to aggress on the Mega, he needs to do it from the teleporter. In the meantime, LG and Rail are going to be his bread and butter.
It's going to go.
If DaHang's going to jump for it.
Pin DaHanG up in the air.
Rail like that is not going to be helping Cypher out.
Wow,
it's making his decision to stick around a lot more difficult, especially with red armor coming up. He can fade away to that and grab it away. DaHanG, whoa.
DaHanG pushed through and took the red away from Cypher, but can Cypher push? He can't go and get the Mega himself, so DaHang's played that really
was a brilliant play out of DaHanG. We're going to be looking at another 2 minutes of overtime, but leaving that Mega up to make sure that he beat Cypher to the red armor, that worked out wonderfully for him, and it gave him everything.
Cypher's actually doing amazingly well to survive at this moment. DaHang's just done another job on him like he did in the first 2 matches, just controlling everything at the moment and pushing forward. We just need to see a bit of more aggression, a bit perfect timing from DaHanG, and he'll get the frag.
Now Cypher very thankful that he has rails at this point, and we need to see him utilize them well. I mean, the items are going to be the big opportunities. He's looking for, we actually have Mega pick up before DaHanG goes aggressive. Cypher missing a crucial rail. DaHanG didn't get it off either, but he's still looking at 180, 180.
Yeah, I was going to say Cypher, does have to utilize that rail, and he has done a lot better. He's almost double the percentage hits that DaHanG is, although DaHang's actually hitting more shots, so he just needs to utilize that rail a bit more, Cypher.
Cypher's still in full plus back mode, able to get away and get up to 100, 100. Certainly a fighting chance on this Mega, and Cypher really does need to show up here. Granted, he is, plenty okay with all this overtime. He is willing to kind of pad this out and make sure that when the time is right, the time is right.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to rush himself here.
We're looking at 45 seconds till the end, unless it's still a drawn game. So any frag now could potentially be the decider. That's why they're both so cagey.
And DaHanG dropping down to the bottom, able to get away with that yellow armor, but eating that one rail out of Cypher keeps things a little bit more even stack-wise. But this may mean Cypher can win the fight for either Mega or Red. I mean, I don't believe Cypher had the timing for the last Mega, so he's kind of padding out the timer right now, making sure that he's there and safe. Kind of. No rail out of DaHanG, though, so this is going to be big for Cypher.
He's turned it right around Cypher. I thought he just not noticed the Mega as he dropped off there. Oh my god!
Other way. Oh.
Cypher just getting caught out from behind there by DaHanG rail.
But we have just another 2 minutes added to this overtime. Cypher landing a rail. I mean, that's traded rails at this point. DaHanG still at the bottom of the map, coming over through grenade launcher. Generally, yeah, you do have to watch both ways before you come around that corner. But Cypher's expecting him down below. I mean, these players are both in each other's heads so much that they're thinking 10 steps ahead of each other for each other.
Steps.
Yeah, too many steps, really, yeah.
Whoa! Rocket and
nice
rail.
rocket. DaHanG looking at 66 health. Mega's going to be up. He's going to be pausing for a moment, seeing if Cypher sticks around for it. Cypher's going to be down below, expecting him to come through. Ready with that LG, but DaHanG's going to be going away with red armor. So again, both players being very conservative here. Yeah,
wise move by DaHanG. I thought he was going to stay and challenge for the Mega, but it's overtime and it's such a tight game. It's not worth the risk of losing the frag. Then he backed off for that red armor.
DaHanG sticking down below. Cypher. Likewise, I mean, they have no idea where the other player is right now. They're going so very silent and playing so very sneaky. Every fight here is going to be an unexpected one for both of these guys. So Cypher coming back through with right armor, where there's 5 seconds left to Mega healthy. He's going to have plenty of time to kind of own this thing up. DaHanG really needs to make his presence felt in this room right now.
Yeah, Mega health up on its spot. Cypher hits that rail.
Second rail as well. DaHanG has the 50 to recover to, as well as the yellow armor, but Cypher now has plenty of reason. You can see the energy picking up right in his mouse movement. Cypher catches DaHanG down below, takes the frag, and with red armor and 30 seconds left, I don't see how DaHanG could possibly do this. Look at him exploding, well, all over the wall, really.
There's that second frag.
That's GG. That
surely
is GG.
confirms this map in Cypher's favor. It's going to be 2. Oh,
DaHanG says.
Crazy happen.
That's just the cherry on top. That's just icing on the cake.
I think it was nerves there. DaHanG failed the jump. In fact, that's what caught him out.
Now's the time to take a deep breath because, guys, we are going into a 5th and final map here at QuakeCon 2012, the Duel Masters Finals. And need I tell you why these guys are the Masters?
They are the best players in the world at the moment, presumably. Then I mean, this is just so tight. This game, I don't know how it's going to go.
And now we're going to Lost World. All right, buckle up, guys. We're going to be here for a while. It's going to take some time, all right?
This map has no rail.
Here we go. Coming right back into it. And I'm really going to be interested in the first minute of aggression here and really gauge how Cypher is going to be doing any damage. So we have DaHanG on yellow armor, Cypher getting first rocket launcher and red armor. And actually DaHanG being on the other side of the map could allow Cypher to get that mega health as well. So with everything in hand, Cypher has a great opportunity to do some damage here. He doesn't have a good position on DaHanG here.
Yeah,
but he could really call the shots for this next RA.
DaHanG can catch him out, maybe going for that lightning gun. It seems like Cypher's just taken the safer route out though.
He really doesn't need to, yeah. So Cypher looking for DaHanG to make his presence known in mid. It's not quite going to happen. Cypher can get away with this red armor, no problem. DaHanG is going to be subsiding on YAs for a little while here.
Yeah, it seems like Cypher got the better spawns than the better items. He's got the control, and DaHanG's an intelligent enough player that he's not going to just run in there and commit suicide. So it looks like we might have quite a defensive game this first few minutes at least.
Which is honestly almost what I wasn't expecting out of these guys. I mean, after so much close damage between these guys in the initial minutes, I was looking for more aggression out of either DaHanG or Cypher, just in order to solidify something out of that. But you know what? The game is very, very tense for them. This is the 5th and final map. DaHanG top of the map, making sure that Cypher's not going to be too close. But Cypher coming back through. It's going to be a play for Mega in about 5 seconds.
Might meet at this midfield.
Actually, this is a really good position for Cypher. He can grab away yellow armor without any bait. He can keep his back to Mega actually committing to this
there
fight.
quite a long time. What's that?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm amazed he chose that option.
Oh, got to go back for that Mega.
And And now he's 1-0 down. He's going to have to try and bring back control from Cypher, who's going to move around and take this yellow as well.
It's not 10 minutes of 0-0. There's one thing.
There's a frag, yeah.
Yeah, it's a frag. There we go. A frag and Quake. Always good to see. But Cypher getting away with yellow armor.
Wow, he's got immense control.
Yeah, and now DaHanG back in the LG room once again. I mean, that allows Cypher the entire map to play with. He can know exactly when DaHanG gets on out. He can aggress on DaHanG as he makes his exit.
Big
and now
trouble
DaHanG
here.
is stuck in that corner. Nowhere to go unless he wanted a rocket jump, and that just wasn't going to fly.
Yeah. Whoa, coming in with a pummel.
Careful. I mean, Cypher does have a bit of a weakness to the fist.
3-0 now, and Cypher's pinned him in the corner. Looks like another frag coming. He got both yellows. He left the red up this entire time. He's got 3 frags out of it.
Cypher now getting away with everything, looking very comfortable with this control. His move back over to LG, if it happened at any other time, I would think it might be a little overextended, but right now, perfect time to maintain total map domination from Cypher's end.
It's very rare you see complete control of this map. All armor items and the mega health in hands of Cypher. He's just controlling this midfield position as well. DaHanG just can't move out, can't challenge at all. It's going to be a long time before he can challenge again after he's got to build up those yellows, and Cypher's just massively outstacking him.
DaHanG is really favoring the LG room, which is giving Cypher plenty of time to have the rest of the map aggress on DaHanG at will. But right now, DaHanG able to get away with the teleporter play without Cypher really getting keyed into it. I'm sure he's happy about that, and hopefully DaHanG can convert that over to some sort of armor grab. 7 seconds left to RA. Cypher's pushing forward with rockets, and you know, between the rockets and DaHanG's own plasma on that wall, oh, DaHanG spawns right where he dies. How about that?
5-0 moving out to the midfield. Actually, 6-0 now, and Cypher's looking so comfortable. And it looks like DaHanG's got no answer for it. He wants to ring back control, but he's just going for a crazy plasma attack, which might work out.
Really floating on top of Cypher there, but Cypher's not too worried about it. He knows he can get DaHanG back in that corner, take a 7th frag. 7 frags in Lost World.
Wow.
In DaHanG's mind, this match really needs to have the brakes put on ASAP.
It definitely
This is
does.
happening too fast for him.
8 frags now, and Cypher's got control of the yellows. He knows what time the red is as well. He's going to move up for the mega. And look, he's even rocket jumping around Cypher.
And again, we see DaHanG moving back over towards LG room. Yellow armor's not even going to be up here, but 4 minutes off the clock. 8 frags for Lost World. This is going to be a lot of time burned off without DaHanG really gaining anything out of this. In the meantime, Cypher has timing on Mega. He can go to red whenever he wants. He can just kind of shrug and go, oh, is it time for more armor? Okay, cool. Shopping spree.
I really can't see how DaHanG's going to get back into this. He's going to just have to utilize that plasma because of the massive damage output. But it's not.
And it has to be noted that Cypher's control of rocket launcher here, it's generally very difficult to control weapons for any real length of time in QuakeLive, but Cypher is definitely playing that game, making DaHanG depend on this plasma. But the damage was decent. He's got Cypher down to 100-100. But look at Cypher wanting to make sure that DaHanG isn't going to be getting away with anything for free off of that spawn.
10-0 Cypher. The next item up is that red armor. Look, DaHanG going for the massive damage output weapons up close with that shotgun. Did quite a chunk of damage, but the problem is Cypher controls every item, so he just restack up.
Honestly, I don't know what to think right now. 11 frags down. DaHanG looking at YA here. He's got LG this time around, but it's going to be a fight as soon as he comes out of that room. I mean, yes, it is a great room to recover to, but if Cypher sees you go in, you're not going to be coming out any easy. What?
Whoa, what happened? That somehow he takes that one. Very low health, but he does health back up again, and he's going to get the mega health out of this, and somehow DaHanG has turned this around.
He's got a frag up on the board at the very least, but
yeah.
Just over 4 minutes, DaHanG got a good stack, but now he needs to go on the aggression. Look at the MG says Cypher on down at rocket launcher, going, all right, fine, spend your plasma, I'll wait. Getting him down into the 25 health room, and he's going to be only left with 14 health himself. Cypher not much better off, but he's got red armor at the very least. I'm sure he's going to be taking a bit of a deep breath before heading back to teleporter. No 50 health available to him, but DaHanG is just going to be as weak.
Yeah, Cypher, such good positional play there. Just DaHanG back. DaHanG knew he needed to move forwards for that mega and red, but he just couldn't get in there without taking so much damage, and so Cypher came away with the red armor.
DaHanG now moving back up through the back hallway. Cypher actually owning the 50 health corner a little bit before heading back over for LG. Very dominant play out of Cypher here, just going, all right, fine, just come on in. We'll take care of you. Rocket launcher, go. And 12 up on 1, though.
This is this type of map. I mean, it's super defensive play for sure. I mean, you wouldn't expect that maybe, 12-1 the scoreline, but it's definitely in favour of Cypher. It's an incredible amount now.
DaHanG with shotgun and plasma getting floated up in the corner. Yeah, that room making an exit for Mega, always dangerous. DaHanG can't even get a rocket launcher right now. He's going to be coming back into mid, expecting one. All he's going to get is a ton of lightning out of Cypher.
They were brilliant rockets just before there by Cypher. It's something we see from him a lot. Just pinpoint perfect. Goes for the air rocket, does just miss it. Pings DaHanG's body up in the air, and it's 15
But here we go,
to
Cypher's left with only 11 health. I mean, he's heading back over 450 and YA, but Red Armor's up, DaHanG's got it. He's got LG. This could be a frag lining up for DaHanG if he can catch Cypher, but right now Cypher looking to put on the turtle shell a little bit, start plus backing, and use the clock to his advantage.
This is where his experience will come in. I mean, some people 15-1 up might get a bit lax. They might start moving around casually around the map, just trying to win battles that they don't necessarily have an advantage. Wow, spamming those grenades does manage to just knock DaHanG up in the air, and now it just spams him across the map with that plasma. Eventually goes down, but he's done a lot of damage to DaHanG.
And we have a fairly close spawn here for Cypher. He's going to be able to get away with yellow armor, but DaHanG at this point deciding to go for armor instead of the frag. I mean, yes, he was low on health, but he needs to know at all times where Cypher is so that he can take advantage of him when he looks to exit from LG. DaHanG going back in for Mega, looking for the RJF. Cypher doesn't really have a lot of weapons, but it's going to be a worthwhile frag right now. 15 on 3. This would be the biggest comeback in Lost World I've ever seen. If it, oh wow.
You never know.
If it happens.
This could be the craziest yet. And DaHanG is going aggressive on this,
Cypher
doing
caught.
the right thing.
I mean, yes, you get caught here, but the advantage that Cypher has is that he can troll off a lot of time back there. It's very difficult to force a frag even when they're caught back there.
DaHanG missed out on that red armor as well. He's in on the Mega, but Cypher can just sit down the other end. There's no railgun, of course, to shoot each other. So just limited to the machine gun.
DaHanG coming back up top map. Only missing Cypher, but Cypher has his back there. He's going to be shoved to the corner, but those grenades! Those grenades got your back. Cypher doesn't need to face you. But there's the MT so soft. It's going to be one more frag either way. But now DaHanG is fairly clean on his health stack. Catches Cypher with a good amount of damage, and Cypher has no more red armor to play with here. DaHanG looking to MG Cess off, but he needs to be a lot closer to Cypher to force that frag.
Yeah, Cypher's grenades were actually brilliant there, pushing DaHanG right back into the room so he couldn't chase him.
And DaHanG only has 44 health himself. I mean, you can see he's being a little bit more reluctant to go full plus forward on Cypher here. Almost gets caught in the back with that LG. DaHanG moving back up through the top.
As we see Cypher just inside this Mega room, it's another 20 seconds away. The red armor is up, but he's not even going to bother challenging that one. And it's 25 seconds left.
And any hope that we really had might be out for DaHanG here. Yeah, that's going to be the one last frag at DaHanG. Slow spawning saying GG 15 seconds early, but really, there's no joke there. GGs were had. 5 maps out of DaHanG and Cypher. Cypher, the QuakeCon 2012 Masters Duel champion. That's a bit of a mouthful.
Congratulations, Cypher. Unlucky DaHanG. Shaking hands here.
When it's saying maps out of these guys. Great stuff.
Pretty incredible game. That is one that will go down in history.
Really great to see DaHanG making it back up to the finals. Longtime reigning champ Cypher proving his ground once again.
Yeah, maybe proving that he's the best QuakeLive player of all time.
Today,
yeah. Until the next event.
It's a transitive game. That's why we come back year after year after year. You never know what's going to happen. Ever.